are always gazing at the stars and pretending to be able to provide insight into things, so that once you have this insight, it can then influence your movements. It can influence the way you think, influence the way you act, influence the way you behave. So now, even though looking at the stars doesn't really do that, I bring this point up to point out this: Christ does do these things. Christ is the star of Jacob, the star of Israel, the star of the Christian church. He provides all of the influence that we need to know where we've been, where we are, and where we are going. Please forgive me. Somebody keeps trying to call me when I'm going through this. So I'm sorry for the lag there. Moving on. But Christ, being the star that he is, he tells us what our future is going to be. He tells us what happens to us when we believe and put our faith and trust in him. He tells us what happens to those who refuse to submit to him and what their outcomes are. And men who reject Christ are foolish. They're foolish because when the day comes, when they shut their eyes on this earth and they wake up in eternal torment, condemned forever in the flames of and engulfed in eternal flames, they are going to wish that they had another chance, another day, another time, but it won't come. They will seek and crave for a one moment of relief that will never come. It will never come. They will seek to have their tongues cooled, even if it's for one drop, but it will never come. If they believed that 1,000,000 years after they've been in eternal condemnation, if they had believed that in 1,000,000 years they would get one drop of cool water on their tongue, it will be hope for them. But they will never get it. They will never get it. So Christ, as an influence, he's the star of influence. He provides direction for our lives. Lets us know where we're going, where we've been. He lets us know who we are. He reveals to us things about our nature that we've never considered about our own nature, even though we lived it out all of our lives. But he influences us in such a way, with the guidance of his Holy Spirit, that we are led in ways whereby we become able to please him and to serve him adequately, the way he has prescribed for us and for our good. Next, number 5. A star is a source of guidance. A source of guidance. And this is a little different than what I was saying earlier about influence. Let me give you an example. I used to be in the Navy, and I was a navigator in the Navy. And one of the things that you have to learn to do when you navigate ships, you have to learn how to do what we call shoot the stars. And what that is you have to learn how to navigate by the stars. Today we have all these electronics that help us know exactly where we are when you're on the ocean. But back in prehistoric times, like when I was younger, you could learn to navigate by the stars. And typically what would happen is that you would do what's called dead reckoning. You would plot where you are, and then you would do what's called shoot an azimuth to the sun, and